I just wanted to say hello to all of you and bring to your attention an issue that I think is important to closely held businesses, to entrepreneurs, to families, and that is some of the changes that may or may not be taking place at the end of this year, depending upon a number of variables, not the least of which is the elections in November. I have a handout here which I'm going to try and follow. But I want to bring to your attention some of the changes that are going to be happening at the end of this year. Right now, as a result of changes in the law that happened in 2010 and late 2010, there was a change to the federal estate tax system, and as well as the federal gift tax system. And as a result of those changes that went into effect in 2010, the current federal estate and gift tax exemption is $5 million. Now that's the largest it's ever been. When I started doing this work, the exemption was only $600,000. So that's quite a significant increase in the exemption. An increase in the exemption means that's more wealth that can pass from one generation to the next without being charged a toll on the way. Another significant change that happened in 2010 was a significant reduction in the estate tax rate. The state tax rate prior to the change was highest rate was 45%. When I started doing this work, it was 55%. And as a result of the changes in 2010, the estate tax rate and the gift tax rate is 35%. That's the tax that would be paid on an estate or gifts once they exceeded $5 million in the aggregate. Okay? Now what's important is what I've written here in bold, in red, is this law is set to expire at the end of this year. This is part of the fiscal cliff, or the Bush tax cuts that are going to roll off without further changes. So what happens after December 31st, 2012? If you turn the page, you'll see we go back to where the law would have been in 2001, which is an estate tax exemption of only $1 million, a gift tax exemption of $1 million, and a maximum estate and gift tax rate of 55%. So that's a significant increase in the tax that many families will have to pay at the death of a parent or a grandparent. It's particularly difficult when you have a closely held business and that business makes up a significant portion of the estate, because now what you have is a cash crunch. There's a need to come up with a significant amount of money to pay the tax, because the business value is what we look at when we're valuing the assets of the estate. You look at all of the assets of the estate, including the business. So if you have a family-owned business and it's been a successful business and it's increased in value, you've got some very serious concerns coming up after December 31st, 2012. There's another quote, another item here, portability goes away. I'm not going to get into that, but basically it means that there's a need for greater planning if this change comes into effect, and there's certainly a need for planning now in the next 3.5 months that we have left. So how can you take advantage of the $5 million exemption without dying in 2012? Because that would be really bad, okay? We're not going to recommend anybody die in 2012, but you have the ability to make gifts in 2012 of up to $5 million. That means if you make a $5 million gift in 2012, you don't pay any gift taxes. If you make that same gift in 2013, there's a pretty significant tax. And if you look at the later pages, I've set forth some examples as to how those taxes are imposed. So I've got a number of clients that we've been talking to over the years, certainly over the last 2 years, and now all of a sudden, now they feel the urgency to get this planning done before December 31st. And it's important because certainly if you think that Congress is not going to fix this problem, and I think they're not, certainly not in 2012, at least that's what we're hearing, then there really is an urgency to sit down and do this planning. Even if they do act, the President has proposed that he wants to go back to the law in 2009, which was a $3.5 million estate tax exemption and a $1 million gift tax exemption. So if you think about it, this year it presents a unique opportunity to pass an additional $4 million of wealth tax-free. And if you don't do that this year, you might very well regret it next year if the exemption goes back down to $1 million. I also want to briefly talk about New Jersey estate taxes because they're also important. New Jersey is actually not the worst state to die in the country. We're the second worst. Ohio is worse than us, but rest assured, come January 1, we will be the worst because Ohio's laws are going to be fixed. New Jersey was pretty quick in 2002 when the Bush tax cuts went into effect, and they realized that as a result of some of the changes in the Bush tax cuts, that New Jersey was going to lose out on a significant amount of revenue. So New Jersey changed their estate tax, and I'm not making this up. The way the New Jersey estate tax works is no matter when you die, you're deemed for estate tax purposes to have died on December 31st, 2001. Now what that means is we don't look at the value of your business in 2001, we look at the value today, but we run it through the calculation we would have done on December 31st, 2001. So what does that mean? That means that anything over $675,000, any wealth over $675,000 is subject to a New Jersey estate tax. Now the tax is a lot less than the federal rate, but it's certainly not insignificant. If you take a look at the chart here on page 5 of my outline, you'll see that on $1 million, that's $33,200. Now, that's certainly not an insignificant amount of money. That's a nice car. You get up to the $5 million and $10 million ranges. At $10 million, you're over $1 million of New Jersey estate tax. Okay, so that's a pretty good reason to try and talk to your legislators to maybe see if we can get that law changed. But as it stands right now, if you have an estate of $10 million and you die as a resident of New Jersey, you're looking at over $1 million of estate tax. So I've got some examples in the back, and you'll see from the examples some efficient uses of the $5 million exemption. Obviously, I couldn't get into great detail, just enough for you to see how important it is to make to think about making gifts before the year end. If you go on our website, from time to time, we'll be putting alerts up there as to changes in the tax law. I'm sure you'll be reading about it in the newspaper. But for those of you who are in a family-owned business, this is a very important time to be sitting down and talking to your advisors about planning, gifting, and more specifically with a family business, succession planning. It is now a good time to be transferring interest in the business to the next generation. And the simple answer is yes, this is the best time to be doing that, and it may be a unique time in that these tax laws may very well be rolled back next year. All right? If anybody has any questions after the program, I'll be happy to stick around and answer questions. I've got an email address on there. If you want to shoot me any questions in an email, feel free to do it. And thank you.